Good afternoon, it's TB here again. This is one of them quality bargain shack cheap air heat guns, and the switch went out on it first, thing went out, and then I wired it direct, and then now I guess the motor's gone on it. It don't work at all. So I gave, I think, 10 or 12 bucks, not much for it really, but it should have lasted longer than 3 weeks, you'd think. I haven't used it that much. Not yet, anyway. But anyway, that's what you get into when you buy a bargain. It may be a bargain, and it may be a real piece of junk. It worked for a little while. It did, and it heated good. But up till now it's not doing nothing, and I'm going to have to go back to using my stove now to finish heating my PVCs to make my sheaves, my knife sheaths. That's aggravating. And the bargain shack where I bought it, there's no warranty. That's why I don't mind letting you know that it's just a piece of junk now. Another thing that Japan makes, I believe, see where it did come from here in a minute, and I'll tell you for sure, but I bet it come out of Taiwan or some place over where they just sell junk to America, and even American products, not what they used to be. My sister works for a company that used to sell quality furniture, and they don't anymore. They put particle board in them and they'll fall to crud, which she knows that, but she can't do nothing about what the company does. She just works there. She has to make her living, and she don't mean to cheat nobody. It ain't her doing it, it's the company. And they've talked about this, and she's told them that they're going to lose business because quality is what keeps the store, used to keep the store name. And it's a big furniture company, I will tell you that, out of Neosho, Missouri. As a matter of fact, in other places, it's a chain operation. I might as well say their name. They ain't worth a crud no more. I don't know whether they'd sue me for letting that out or not, but you know, I certainly wouldn't want my sister to get fired, so I won't say their name. But it's a big furniture company that's been around in the U.S. for a long time. Give you a little hint, it's kind of like you've heard of the Lazy Boy lawnmower, but that's another subject. But the Lazy Boy lawnmower back in the day, and those Yaozus were really good mowers. But America stuff now, oh man, wherever they get it, just so it'd be cheap. People want cheap, but they're still not getting cheap. Or not quality neither. In my opinion, if it don't work, don't sell it. It ain't worth a darn. You're going to ruin your business when you do things like this. Number one, they try to get stuff. Of course, the store that sold this little thing here, they got a lot of good stuff. Some stuff is, some stuff ain't. And it's just, you know, they don't make it. They don't know whether it works or not. And they're good people. I mean, I would never hurt her or her family or anything about their store here down here. It's just a bargain shack, but it's cheap on the stuff, and of course, but like I say, sometimes you get a bargain like this where you just went on and spent $30 or $40 and got you a good one and had one last you a little longer, maybe. That don't mean that it will. Just like I was telling you about everything in America anymore, it's just made for looking at, not using. Not everything, let me rephrase that, but most of our major businesses has gone to seed on this. They don't care, they just want to make the almighty buck and in a hurry to sell it to you. They don't care that it works or don't work, they'll tell you it works. You'll buy it, and there's where you've been brainwashed and didn't even know it. You've heard of being hypnosed, and you think that something's good because they say it is. Take my word for it, it works. Well, people's word ain't much good anymore. There was a time when your word was your bond and it was law, and whenever you was talking serious business. Now sure, it's alright to swap a few lies lies and whys once in a while down at the fish storytelling place, but it's not all right when you're giving people the shaft, well, for this kind of junk. I am not too happy with it. It worked good to start with, temporarily. Like I say, I made a couple of bowls. At least I got my bowl made for the flat bowl that time, because I can't get that in an oven. I could, I guess, put it over my electric hot plate over there and heated it and burn the crud out of your hand while you do it. That's why I wanted one of these. I thought it would be better, but shoot, I don't know. I ain't too. Well, there went my little fastener screw without that, and that's a tiny screw to hold that plastic on there, and there it is. Just wasn't lining up, that's what it was. But anyway, I guess I messed up when I wired it direct so that I could go on and use it like I used to on American Tool. Skill and those, the switch went out, wasn't no big deal back in the day. We just wired them direct, went on, cut with them, unplugged them at the cord. You know, things like that. We done what we had to survive, and that's what I was trying to do here. Try to make it work so I could get done with this stuff. Well, ain't gonna happen today. But thanks for tuning in with TB. I'll clean up and go to town and get me something to eat. I'm done aggravated. It's about noon time. Alright, thanks a lot for tuning in with TB. And all the fine products of America they put out, you know, buying from Japan and Taiwan and everywhere the place. I don't mind if I do pick on them because it's junk. And even some of the stuff in America is junk. With that being said, good luck to you in finding quality stuff. There are some good, honest, hard-working people out there that do make good quality stuff. You just have to find them. I'll be glad doing. What we're probably going to have to do eventually is get back to the bartering system, trade among ourselves, you know, in your local areas, and find and get craftsmen that really build good stuff. This could have been a good machine if it had been put together right. They somehow or another they just don't make them. It's a real light little piece of junk. Can't expect much for 10 or 12 bucks though, you know, but it's still your 12 bucks that you've stuck into this. You understand what I'm getting at here. They say, oh, it's only. Yeah, it's always only this or only that. $19.99. Why don't they just go and say it's 20 bucks they want for it? You ever notice that? They're always after them credit cards up there on the television. I've sat there and probably on the internet too. It's only. Or if you buy this, we'll throw the 2 pieces of junk in for free. Oh, did I say that? Pieces of junk in for free to make up for the first you have to give you. I thought I'd give you 2 of them or more. But anyway, not everybody's like that. I'm not picking on everybody. I'm just aggravated at this piece of junk, and I ain't going to be able to get my stuff built today because of it, quite obviously. But it's funny how you can take some junk like that brake forge thing and put you together something to make you some tools to use. I'm not only going to be making knives, I'm going to eventually make some air chisels and hand chisels and stuff like this. I've already got them. All I got to do is make this, use these as the copy to draw it out, and you can get hard carbon stuff and make hard cold chisels and stuff to use, things like that. And you wouldn't have to buy them if you could make them for less. It depends on how much your steel cost you and how much time you got to put into it. I got more time than I have money. That's the problem. So, you know, when you're on disability, you do what you can, and it's not a big. You're not going to be able to make everything work out. Sometimes things don't. And it's just like in the survival world. Don't worry about it. If this one thing fails, you got to try something else. Just like this, I'll wind up probably having to throw it in the trash because there probably isn't no warranty of any kind on it for that price. Alright, with that being said, TV's going to lunch. I'm tired. After a while, I'll come back and we'll try to work on the crossbow and see if we can get that finished up today. And see how it's going to shoot maybe today, tomorrow, the next day, whenever I get it together. Alright, thanks for tuning in with TB. It's cabin and survival tips. Just kind of wondered